mother. It's the first episode of Pigeon Party. Obviously.
Number one.
Numero uno.
It's a new thing for us.
Yeah, it's exciting. Instead of arguing just by ourselves, we get to do it for people, I guess.
Yeah, in a room by ourselves,
I'm not gonna sip
to a camera over us.
I'm not going to sip at the same time as you. I felt like that was bad.
No, so over here we have the Ginger Ninja.
That was good. And you're the British
Don't worry, we'll think.
bastard.
We'll think of it. We'll think of it.
Something.
No, Ginger Ninja, Noah Kopfer. I'm David Hall. I'm the British one.
David Hall.
David Hall.
David Hall. How do you say it in your standard American or like when you're ordering something?
David Hall.
Oh God.
Yeah, because otherwise in America, what most people don't understand in the UK is that David Hall doesn't translate well over here. They I'll be ordering it like Chick-fil-A or something. They'll be like, what did you
What's your name?
just say? We're
What's your
like David Hall. They'd be like, what?
Hall?
It's like fucking Stewie Griffin and Family Guy.
Sorry, what?
Cool
Whip.
whip.
Cool whip.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
that's not right.
It's David Hall. Oh, okay, sorry, I got you. So the subject of today, we tend to argue.
Shit.
We tend to argue about a lot of things, particularly when it comes to
Everything about you, really.
yeah, but everything like British and
Yeah.
American, the opposite of things.
Yeah.
And I sent Noah and Karina, our well, she's our boss, really, isn't she?
Yeah,
She's our boss.
she's in charge
for
of us.
housing. I sent these two an article.
We're drinking like almost at the same time. Every single time. It's like,
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I sent this article to them. It's a Buzzfeed article called 19 American Things that confuse the fuck out of British people.
Fucking
Subheading, we have so many questions.
aggravating.
And Noah didn't understand why they were so appalling.
I understand. I completely understand what they are.
Well, I mean, there's 19 of them, so
we're gonna go through all 19.
Yeah, I mean, I will try and explain to you why they're so wrong. Pretty much every single one of these is just ridiculous. Although, okay, well, we'll address it.
Okay.
Number one, toilet bowls having so much water in them.
that makes that
Dude,
number one right off the bat pisses me off. So much water, like it's not.
No,
I don't look at that and go,
okay,
"Fuck, that's
no,
like
but-
an ocean."
Okay. In the UK, toilet bowls have a very small amount of water in them. I mean, like enough so that if you like do a shit, you'll hear like
yeah, but
like not so much that when you do anything, it splashes your asshole.
which is a problem. I'll accept that that's a problem. But like, if you take a shit, it shouldn't just like slap on the side of the bowl. I feel like that's a problem. Like it has to like dunk. Like I feel like your bathroom would just smell like fucking worse.
No, okay. Well, it's a problem for many people, especially if like your toilet blocks. I had that problem recently, actually, in here.
You know why?
Because my toilet
there's
blocked.
not enough water to leak the shit out.
My toilet blocked in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's so much water in there that when it blocked, I was like, I flushed it once and like it was like on the level.
That doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
It does.
The water helps flush shit out.
In the UK, if you block your toilet, then
you throw the toilet away.
No, but like if it fills up, it's like halfway done. You're like, okay, I can work with this. Here, it's like if I touch this, my whole floor is shit.
But that's people keep flushing it. Like that's if it's clogged, I get a plunger. Like that's stupid people. Just
Regardless,
keep flushing.
like so someone tweeted, America, why is the water level in toilets so high, and how do you not end up with toilet water on your hands when you're wiping your ass?
What? That's more of a problem. Like, if your toilet's already like overflowed enough to when you reach down, you're like dunking it in your shit water. That's too much.
Someone just got a really big ass. This guy's just obese. Like their point, like he fucking fills up the toilet bowl when he sits down.
Oh my god!
All right,
so
anyway,
good.
Moving on. Number two. We got 19 of these. It's gonna be a long night.
Shit, I'm sweating. I'm so fucking mad right now already.
American breadsticks being like small baguettes instead of crunchy slim things. Now, to give you context, a breadstick in the UK is you buy it in like a cardboard box, like a cookie, almost. Like you know how like cookies come here, they come in like the box and then they're wrapped in like cellophane.
In boxes, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Stupid.
All right. Breadsticks are like that in the UK, but they're like it's almost like it's so.
Well, wouldn't it be classified as a cookie?
You know those like those kind of things that you buy. They're like thin sticks
like
and they've got like chocolate on the end.
Pocky.
Yeah, they're pretty much like that, but without the chocolate. That's a breadstick in the UK.
No, that's a pretzel stick.
Oh, so that's what. Yeah, so it's exactly the same thing, but that's what we call them breadsticks.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't really make that much sense because it's not.
Exactly. See, even you admit because that's fucking stupid.
It's not bread, but regardless, when someone's like, "Hey, you get like free breadsticks at Olive Garden," I was like, "That's kind of shitty. Like, I don't really care about free crunchy fucking bread." But
why is it still called a breadstick if it's not like?
I don't listen, Noah. Let's not get into details
What?
about the logistics of the name. But the only thing I would say is that the UK, if you got breadsticks before a meal, you wouldn't fill up for the whole meal.
Yeah, you'd have to have like 70
Olive Garden, exactly. At Olive Garden, you have like one breadstick. You're like, that's like at least. If you ordered soup, you already like having bread twice.
No, bread soup?
No, like because at least in the UK, if you order soup, you get bread with it, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's not like all the time here, but.
Well, maybe that's because you.
But I don't know. I don't know why you classified
so
soup as also a bread.
No, I'm not classifying soup as a bread. I'm saying if. Fuck off. Right. Moving on. The way TV show timings are displayed as stuff like brackets 8/7C.
Oh, you're talking about like time zone.
Yeah. So what someone put here is like, what do you Americans mean when a show is on at like fucking 8/7C? What is that? Then someone replied, we never switched over to metric timekeeping. The C stands for core, referring to how many times a majestic eagle has flown overhead and caught that day. Sometimes the eagles are feeling sluggish, so the show could be on either the 7th or 8th core.
Oh my god. Someone really put thought into that. I feel like it's a simple answer though. Like our country isn't the size of like.
No, but like I get what they mean though. Like why? Like
a pocky stick or like a breadstick.
No, but like Game of Thrones. Like, this is like, it's either on at 8 or 7. How are you supposed to plan ahead?
I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know that much, but I'm pretty sure that means like 7:30?
What? That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't you not just play 7:30?
No, that was probably, well, I don't know. I know if it's like Pacific time and like Eastern time. Listen, I don't have a lot of stuff. All I'm saying is that there's a reason it's like that. It's not random.
So your rebuttal is there's a reason to the madness.
I'm saying no. It's because our country is so big that there's like it's different times, different time zones, in different places.
But like, just say the time, and also don't fuck around with the different times of things, like Game of Thrones, right? So
it's not an American show.
No, but it's still shown in America first, which blows my mind. But anyway, not the point.
Besides the point, not the argument, but we'll get to that later.
Where was I going with this?
I feel like I shut you down. I'm glad.
Thank you so much. No, yeah, Game of Thrones. They here on the West Coast it shows at 9 if you watch it live, right? But on the East Coast it shows at 6 p.m. Eastern time,
right? Which
is 3 p.m. here,
right?
What's that about?
It's like
it's like they're like, oh, you're on the East Coast, you get it 3 hours before everyone else.
I think it's just like the standard time for when it's uploaded on.
But why not just show
website.
it? Why not just show it at 6 here and at 9 there? That would make a lot more sense.
I don't know.
Because then there's no chance of spoilers. They're literally like, hey, spoil the show to everyone on the West Coast. Maybe HBO just hates the West Coast. They hate LA.
They just want everyone to find out spoilers.
Like, oh, you got spoiled for you?
You know what we should do?
That's such a shame.
They're like, we'll post it soon, and we'll try and get people to get off their phones. So we'll just have Game of Thrones earlier. So it's like, it saves, I don't know.
We should definitely do like a Game of Thrones finale reaction. Like,
yeah.
Film ourselves while we're watching it or something. That'd be fun.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Let us know.
Let us know.
What do you think? If you're a Game of Thrones fan. If you're not a Game of Thrones fan, then you should probably like disengage from this channel. Actually, no, don't do that. Please subscribe.
But disengage because
I've nearly
because if you don't like that,
back onto the subject at hand.
Then you're a monster.
Oh shit! Our camera's definitely running. I'll be 2 seconds.
Oh great! No, I just monologue by myself.
Yeah.
So the first day I knew Dave was a piece of shit.
You're literally talking in darkness right now. I hope you.
I'm talking in darkness.
Fuck yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sorry for everyone who's listening because that just got really loud.
Aw.
I can tell you right now.
That's also a reason David is horrible. I like how you were like, bring 3 things that make you happy, and I totally brought 4. But you have.
I mean, I have.
You have 5 things.
I have a few.
You lied to me anyway.
At least a few.
Friends, I hate that show.
Let me hang on.
Reposition.
This is the first time we're doing this, of course.
Yeah.
So we're still
Still
learning.
working out the things. We want to show that we're human.
Exactly.
And that podcasts aren't just we sit and talk. They're set up.
Well, what did you say?
Also, you're not a person. You're a lens.
What did you say
speaking to
before then? What did you say as I was going over there?
What?
I don't remember. Anyway, number 4.
Oh, no, we were talking... Oh, yeah, I'm talking about...
The lack of electric kettles everywhere.
Electric kettles.
Electric. Like, yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Edison.
I know what electricity is. The problem... I feel like...
Was he an American?
Huh?
Thomas Edison?
That's something I should know.
He's the guy who invented electricity, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Probably.
Hopefully. We just made like complete dicks out of ourselves.
Yeah. We just lost so many people. They don't know if he's American or not.
They can't even use electricity properly. So, yeah, electric kettles. The lack of electric kettles everywhere is a big, like, it's not like a huge issue because you still get the tea.
Yeah.
But it takes twice as long.
Right, but I mean, tea is not as nearly as popular as a drink here as it is over there. So I feel like that's not something culturally we've had to deal with.
Yeah, but like, if I want a cup of tea. Granted, I bought a steam kettle because it was cheap as hell.
You're in your own way just defeating your own argument.
I'm buying into the the negativity.
Well,
but
I mean,
I have an electric kettle now because I stole it from someone. They said I could have it.
Then why use steal?
But
you stole something with someone's permission. That's a
mine.
gift. Wait, no. It's not yours.
It's not mine, but they gave it.
But they gave it to you, so how is it not yours?
I mean, it is mine now. Anyway, moving on.
No, we're not moving on because here's the thing. I feel like how popular are Keurig machines in the UK?
They're getting more popular now because more people are drinking coffee.
I feel like that's the same thing because they're super popular here right now. So it's just like the inverse, I guess. You know what I mean?
Electric kettles are getting more popular.
What I'm saying is that electric kettles over there are like Keurigs here. Whereas they're building in popularity because it's based on the popular drink.
Yeah. Number 5. Playing sport in high school is a big deal.
I mean, I never really cared.
Yeah, but like, have you ever seen High School Musical?
Yeah.
Exactly. Troy Bolton.
But I mean, High School Musical's not...
Bet on it? Get your head in the game. That's High School Musical too. Get your head in the game, dude. That song is literally about, I need to play basketball really well so I can afford to go to college. That's crazy. Like
how popular sports are?
Well, yeah, it's not so much that, but like, I mean, some real stupid people get into the best colleges in America because they're really good at throwing it down, you know?
They can beat someone else if they get really... Well,
I mean, it's mainly football and basketball, right? And baseball.
Yeah, well, I would say more football and basketball is really the ones that are advertised more.
Yeah.
Because if you think about, like, compared to, like, the finals in basketball or like the Super Bowl, it's not as much as like the World Series. But I think it depends on where you live. Like baseball is more of an East Coast thing.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you think about like New York and that kind of stuff,
and Boston, and Chicago,
that definitely like because I've been there and they have like a much bigger like baseball culture than I've seen of like football.
Yeah, because in LA, like we have a really good baseball team, but no one really cares.
I feel like it actually splits. Like West Coast is way more basketball. Like kind of the middle is like.
Which is
football,
weird
and then it's baseball.
Basketball actually started,
and then croquet is like somewhere in there. I'm a fan. So, send me your favorite. Croquet
I hate
team.
Croquet so much. I suck. Have you ever played?
Huh? No. Well, do you know what my favorite game?
I used to play in like my friend's garden.
Really?
Yeah. He like his name's Andy Richmond. Shout out.
Shout out.
We we were like bored as shit one day. A lot of the time he'd be like, "Oh, you guys want to play croquet?" We'd be like, "What are you talking about?" I've got a croquet set.
Oh shit.
Well, okay.
Did you
hammer some pegs into the fucking garden? Took like 20 minutes to set up.
Yeah, okay.
And then you're like, "Good shot, mate."
Yeah, good shot, mate.
Thanks.
It's all classy.
Yeah.
Speaking of
it's like crappy golf.
Of shout outs, did you see who I tagged in the post earlier?
David Hasselhoff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you're watching the half.
Yeah, I really hope. Thank you for what you did for SpongeBob and Patrick in the movie. I feel like now we have an outlet to tell you really how I'm sorry, this is really emotional. But really how you saved the day doing what you did, and I think that's something you don't get a lot of recognition for. And it's a joke to you, but the Hoff, hats off to you, man.
Hats off to you.
Hats off to you.
Somewhat attached.
Yeah.
College level sports having such a big fan base. So in England, no one gives a crap about university sports unless you go to that university. And even then, it's kind of like a real good excuse just to go to a sports game and get pissed.
Well, explain pissed, because not everybody knows what that means. Are you upset?
Pissed just means getting outrageously drunk.
Yeah,
but
I know that.
so they have have varsity, quote unquote, in England, which is literally just like them yelling abuse at each other. Because we have like Nottingham and then Nottingham Trent.
Right.
And then they're just like two rival universities because they're in the same city. One is a really good university. One is kind of like, you go into Nottingham Trent. No offense if you go into Nottingham Trent. But regardless, we don't broadcast college sports or university sports or anything like that. No one cares. Whereas in America, it's like a huge deal.
Right, but if we're talking about like uni over there, if you play a sport in college, is there any like sort of like where they pick from there to go to like professional?
No.
See, that's probably why, because if here, like when you play at like the college levels, those are the people that are picking to draft for like the professional stuff.
See, now that's the difference between American and English sports, and I actually prefer the American system because in the UK, if you're playing football at soccer, if you're playing soccer at university, you're not getting into the Premier League. No way. Because if you're 18 years old, which is when you start university, if you're 18 years old and you're playing soccer at university,
you're already too late.
You're already too late. Like people in the Premier League start playing there when like 16, 17. They've already been playing for the Arsenal under 12s.
Right.
So they've been playing football their whole life. Whereas in America, it's kind of like you have to go through the system. So you have to be...
Yeah, and that's more of like education rules than anything
exactly,
else.
But I think that's really good because it stops people from like just kind of being like, oh, I'm just going to put all my interest into football because I don't care about grades, I just care about games.
Well, see, but that's kind of thing where I get kind of tossed up because we're in a different situation because we go to an acting school. We don't have... I mean, it's different because it's for international, but there's no general education at our school. We don't have to take like regular classes like math or anything like that. So in a sense, I kind of think that would be better because we're focused on what we're doing now. Do you have to take regular classes to like figure out how to like do stuff? Yeah, obviously, because there's not like 100% chance we're going to be actors. There's not 100% chance that they're going to be like sports stars or anything. But we're like focused on the stuff that's going to help us.
But the US colleges, you have to pass all your classes, right?
Right. And
in order to like stay in the team and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, essentially we have to do that, but like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like classes that would help.
But yeah, the main difference is just the huge public kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you really think about it because they're kids in college. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and reset this real quick. I'll be right back because the next one is a big deal for me.
Okay, please don't drop anything. So I'm gonna do this in darkness, but I'm drinking black coffee because coffee is great, and Dave is obviously drinking tea.
Oh, I finished it already.
You finished it already?
Yeah. Got that shit down quick. I'm a pro.
Black tea tastes like, I don't know.
I didn't drink black
garbage.
Tea.
Or black coffee. I was talking about what I was drinking.
Oh. Anyway, this is the big. This is
tie, this is. I just want to get some cheap shots in. That's a stupid tie. Your hair looks dumb, and I hate the way you talk. So.
Well, give it like a.
Shout out to David for sucking at everything.
That's going to be the trailer for this podcast.
Have you ever wondered why David sucks at everything? You should check out Pigeon Party. You'll figure out why. It's your tie on your stupid face.
Number 7.
I feel like
the biggest one on this list.
Yeah.
And the most annoying out of everything. Mm-hmm. And I noticed this the first day I was here. When I arrived in LAX, I was like, where have I arrived? I was like, what is this? First of all, the toilets at LAX are terrible.
Yeah, so much water.
Whatever your name is, you repeat it every 30 seconds at LAX. Sort it out. Number 7.
It's just
the massive gaps in public bathroom toilets.
Yeah, we've had a bad conversation about this. So here's. Well, you explain why it's upsetting you, because I have.
Well, there's a very simple explanation to this.
Because people are weird and they look through.
Well, it's not even a case of like being weird. It's you don't have a choice. You go to the bathroom, it's like a gap that's as big as a door. And it's like, oh, hello, I'm just looking at you right in the eye while you're taking a shit. Or like doing whatever they're doing in there.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
And what you have there, you just have like...
No, in England, we know how to build toilets so that... Like, the toilet stall doors, I feel like whoever they're hiring to build those, there must just be one guy who is just really bad at measuring.
The one guy does them all in the country.
He's in charge of measuring shit.
It's because we put so much focus on college sports. They're like, you know what? We have to make them grow up a little bit, and they have to see through the stall to watch other people poop.
No, it baffles me so much. Like, you know, I'm a guy who takes a lot of shits.
Yeah,
but
a lot. I mean, reasons, but
even at the academy, I was like, this is crazy. I was taking a shit in public.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. A lot of people
But that makes it sound like you were like in the middle of like the street. I was shitting in public and everybody could see me. Not America.
In a public bathroom.
Right.
I was taking a shit. In the toilet, I might add. Not just in a...
Not just near it. Not by the toilet paper. In the toilet. Thank you. I was so worried.
I was fine. Like, occupying the stool by myself. And I didn't really clock it until someone came in. And you know when someone comes into the bathroom, you kind of like shifting your chair because you don't want to be too loud.
Right. I kind of make noises. I'm like, it's like a warning shot. Like I'm there. Like
yeah. Like when they knock on, it's like anyone in there, and you're like,
yeah. You know, voice changes. Yes, I'm here.
You don't want them to like
warning. Hello.
Like it's like Batman. Like you don't want people to know who you really are. It's like yes, I'm in here. Yes. Don't open the door.
Where's Rachel?
Who? No, is that
I'm
you?
Shitting.
No.
No.
No, I can see you. There's a fucking massive gap in this toilet.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't see it.
That's the problem. See, if Batman needed to shit real bad, right?
Right.
So, okay, here's the situation.
When you go into public, right?
Batman just tied up Joker.
Yeah.
But he's still on the run. Because at the end of the Dark Knight, he's a vigilante because they think he's a bad guy. He really needs to poop.
He hasn't shit the whole movie.
No one ever sees Batman shit. And like
is he real?
He's out there for a while. He's out there for a while, okay?
Yeah.
He really needs to poop. And his last resort is like a Denny's bathroom.
Right. Assuming Batman like can get into a Denny's bathroom without somebody like
just walking in.
Is that Batman?
No, it's not me. Shut up.
No.
So that guy, he needs to take that whole thing off to shit because, you know.
Yeah.
So his suit's just going to be laying in there, like in the stall. But he's obviously going to be like either butt naked or like wearing something. But he's not going to be keeping the mask on while he's taking a shit. That's just,
I feel like he would keep just the mask on. He's like, no, it's power. Shooting is power.
So then if someone looks through say he takes the mask off.
Right.
Someone looks through the door and they're like, that's is that Bruce Wayne? He's like, no. Like, you can't stop that.
Right.
What's he going to do? Batman can't shit in public. That's my point. Case and point. Sort out your fucking toilets, America. Number 8, high school graduations in general.
What's wrong with it? They're garbage, by the way, but what do you find? I'll explain what I hate about them.
High school graduations are ridiculous. It's like, yeah, you passed. Cool. I don't need a fucking ceremony and a shitload of like presents and stuff. Like high school graduation, like money and stuff. Like, I know some people who, like friends who got like thousands of dollars for graduating high school.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand.
Like graduation parties and all this kind of stuff. You get like a diploma. It's like, okay, you literally finished the education you had to do.
Well, fair enough. I mean, in the same token, that's why like the graduation party. I mean, like I understand, like it's fun, like you're finishing like this big part of your life, and people are like going off to college and stuff like that. I don't understand the presents at all. Like people get like a car for like doing something that they had to do anyway. Yeah, it's like, oh, you woke up this morning. Here's a phone. I don't. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. You know what bugs me about those? I don't know if you know this, but so let's say like you're not passing your classes that well, and you don't get to like walk at graduation. So you don't get to like walk and like they say your name and you're like, oh, take a picture or whatever. They'll just send you the diploma anyway.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they won't send it anyway, but like once you figure stuff out.
That's if they don't like you, basically?
No, I mean, plenty of people I know that by school probably didn't like graduated, but they walked. So I think it's just depending on like your grade school.
That sounds like fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. They walk.
They walk.
Go
see it.
Number 9, all biscuits being called cookies.
Okay, this one makes me so mad because it's literally, I can't, like, if I hand you something that's made of, like, flour and it's, like, in a circle, I don't know what to call it, biscuit, cracker, like, apparently a breadstick now, like a cookie. What? I want, once and for all, explain it to everyone and please tell me why it's called what it is.
Okay, so biscuits are a general term in England. So
so it's discrimination against cookies. It's just general.
No, because cookie. This is why. This is
something.
Would you listen to me, please?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Biscuits are a general term in the same way that cookies in America are a general term.
Right.
It's like,
well, they're all cookies, is what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's a general term. Would you listen? Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just explaining.
Thank you. So, first issue.
Yeah.
Cookie is a general term, but cookie is also a cookie. So a cookie is a very specific kind of cookie, correct? Like a chocolate chip cookie.
Right, but that's a chocolate chip cookie.
Exactly.
But
chocolate chip cookies are very specific things. Like if you ask for a chocolate chip cookie, you're not going to get anything else other than a chocolate chip cookie.
Right, but if you ask for a cookie, someone's going to say, what kind?
But my point is, in England, if you ask for a cookie, you'll get the same thing every time. If you ask for a biscuit, you'll get something very, like, they'll be like, what kind? What kind of
So if you were to ask for a cookie, what would you get?
A chocolate chip cookie.
Then why wouldn't you just ask for a chocolate chip cookie?
Because a cookie's a cookie. Like, a cookie is a kind of biscuit. That's hence why we have the general term of biscuit, because that could be anything. So that's the general term. So then you'd be like, oh, I would really like a malted milk biscuit, which are the greatest biscuits of all time, especially for tea drinkers. If you haven't tried it before, dunk a malted milk in your tea. Thank me later. Have it with a turkey Twizzler. Google what it is. It's probably not real. He made it up. That's a whole nother thing we can talk about. Turkey Twizzler, some garbage school food. We need to do a podcast on school dinners because I will talk for hours on that shit. I'll talk exactly what it is about in America. It's plastic. All of it's not fake. But back to the important thing. I understand the biscuit general thing, but I don't understand why if it's specifically a chocolate chip cookie, why you wouldn't just say chocolate chip cookie. You know what I mean? Because there's so many different kind of biscuits that I hate that. Why would you need to just the word? It's the word biscuit because I think like a breakfast biscuit the bread. Yeah, well there again there's another issue. You guys just took a thing which is basically a savory scone and was like, you know what? We're just gonna call it biscuit because fuck English people. I'm pretty sure wasn't the reasoning. I mean, it might have 76 was that the revolution? That was something important. Somebody commented that on one of the photos. Oh yeah, that's true. You know what? Number 10, and scones being called biscuits and eaten with a white gravy. We can move on from that because that's ridiculous. I'm gonna go and I'll be right back. Next one is number 11. Washing machines having their own room. Stick around. What? You? I love it just crashing every time you get up. Sorry, Dave has to jump out the window to turn on the camera every single time. I broke my Lego. Damn it. Damn it. You know what? You know what? Screw it. Screw it. It's not echoing. I'm making fun of him. I know the accent sounds very close, but... Okay. Yeah, so washing machines having their own room. Why do you guys feel the need to have a separate entire room for washing machines and or dryers? It's its own, setup. You know what I mean? That's... Stuff happens over there, right? Yeah, I feel like that wasn't a good enough answer for you. Hang on. Turn off? Maybe. It's not good. Oh, this is embarrassing. It's cool. It's going again now. Huh? People, every time we have to reset this, I'm just going to insert a technical difficulties thing. I'm down for that. Or you like the pigeon logo? It's the Batman and we're back. Yeah. You know, it'd be so shitty if we weren't recording this whole time, the audio. It's definitely going. I'm watching it. Cool. But I actually. You know what? This one doesn't anger me too much because we keep ours in the kitchen. What the fuck? we'll address because we'll address this another time because there's a separate article we need to go through. This next one is much more important anyway and much more vexing. Number 12, tax not being included in prices. No one on planet Earth could disagree with you. come on, why?
America will disagree with me.
But
back me up, guys.
Why on earth would? It's literally like telling someone, then being like, "Oh, how much for this thing?" And you're like, "It's $15." Right. They're like, "Okay," and then they give you $15, and you're like, "No, it's $16.78." God damn it!
You see, even your things disagree with you.
That's exactly the same principle. It's that ridiculous. Of just like, oh, why didn't you tell me it was that much in the first place? And you'd be like, because it's tax. And you'd be like, well, why don't you tell me that was the price?
Well, not all things are taxed.
That's even more flabbergasting because it's like, well, some things are taxed and some things aren't.
So food isn't taxed.
But what kind of food isn't taxed?
I'm pretty sure it's like fresh food. I don't know.
Because I've bought cereal before and it's been taxed.
Yeah, but that's like brand food. I don't know.
So you mean like meats and fruits and vegetables isn't taxed?
No, like fruits and vegetables are not taxed.
But what about beef and chicken and all that kind of stuff?
I don't think that is either. Well, because it wouldn't make sense if it was taxed because when I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah. It's not.
It's annoying. Me whenever I have to exchange.
So why? But here's my question then: is why would you call it a tax? Well, that was a dumb question because I realized like in my head while I was saying it. But if it's included anyway, why is it called like? Why would it be taxed? It's just the price.
Because in England, the tax is already added to the price.
Right.
So it's already there, but you just get the final total. So in England, my understanding is that they work out the tax of how much things will be, and then they price it accordingly so that it works out to a round number. So say the tax on something is 20p, 20 pence. They will then
it's not real money.
Technically charge the item at 180, and then the government will take
180p. So it's got like really good like.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Visuals.
That'd be 1080p, but that'd
1080p.
You're stupid.
180p.
They'll technically charge it like 180, and then it'll round out to 2. So it makes a lot more sense. Anyway, moving on.
I feel like you're waiting to like get the button, and you're like, you can't respond. Moving on.
The order of dates by month, day, year. Here's the graphic. Rest of the world, day, month, year. America, no. Rest of the world drives on right side of the street. America, hell yes. UK are like, wait.
That was two different ones. So let me address the first one. The dates. It's kind of weird, I'll admit, because it makes sense to go day, month, year because it's just bigger scale, I guess. But also, it's a lot quicker to do the month first because you get to choose from one of 12 numbers that you pick, and you're like, I know. But here's the thing: we figured out so much quicker. It's like we get to narrow things down a whole lot more because, like, if you do the day first, it's like 28. 28 what? 28 of when?
I'm just gonna.
If we're like 2, February. We know. It's narrowed down the time frame so much more.
I'm just gonna tell you that that's the worst excuse for the day, month, year thing I've ever heard.
Well, it's my excuse. And you don't have like someone with a high education on this podcast.
No one has ever given me a decent explanation, so we're just gonna come to the conclusion that it's trash. Number 14, plugs not having an on and off switch. This is annoying because you're wasting electricity the whole time.
No, not if you unplug it.
Exactly. Why would you have to unplug something? Just make an on and off switch. Then you never have to unplug something. So in England,
what if the switch breaks?
The plug socket. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Technology breaking? That doesn't happen in the UK.
England,
it always works.
A switch, a plug socket will always have the 2 plugs or 4 or whatever, and then
plugs,
and then an on and off switch for each one. So you can leave your TV or like PlayStation or whatever plugged in, but just flick it off at the switch.
Well, you can do that with like the extension bars. You can flip that off.
Yeah, but then you'd have to plug everything into an extension bar. Why not just have them on the plug socket themselves? Because then you can flick the extension bar off.
Yeah, well, most of the things that you use for the sockets in the wall, that stuff you're not gonna like want to switch off all the time. It's like,
although you know what, some of them do have on and off switches. They're just light switches on the wall, which is
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's trippy. Really annoying.
Because you like go to like turn off your lights and you shut off like your apartment.
Yeah, it's weird. Number 15, chocolate advent calendars not being a Christmas staple. This does upset me more than anything.
But see, the thing is those for me they are because I grew up having those.
Really?
Yeah, well, because my dad he's from Germany, so like I guess it's like no European thing.
It is.
Yeah, every Christmas I've had an advent calendar, and when I'd like brought that up to someone, I was like, they were like, "What are you talking about?" And that's like that was my favorite part.
Cool. Well, I'm glad we agree. They're the best. Cadbury's Dairy Milk ones are the best.
I'm not brand specific, but chocolate is chocolate.
They don't have big chocolate Easter eggs here either. You ever had those?
Well, I mean, I've seen some pretty big chocolate things on Easter.
Yeah, but like Easter eggs.
Right, they can get like big.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I was here at Easter this year, and there was like no Easter eggs anywhere.
Where did you look?
In England, if you go into any supermarket ever near Easter, they will have like you can't even get through the fucking door because there's so many different types of Easter eggs, like Mars bar Easter eggs, Cadbury's Easter eggs, like every kind of Cadbury's chocolate there is, they have their own Easter egg.
We've been here in Los Angeles for Easter, right?
Yeah, we were here for a year, dude.
I feel like I don't know. It didn't seem like it passed me by.
Yeah, Easter around in England is a lot bigger deal than it is in America.
Can't really have an Easter egg hunt around highways and the homeless.
I mean, we could try. 17, the fact that people don't drink squash here. Squash is a delicious, not like butternut squash. We're talking like Robinson's fruit squash.
See, the way you explained it made less sense because I don't know what that is.
It's basically like a cordial. So you know, like Kool-Aid.
Right. Okay.
It's kind of like that, but way nicer and less sugary. You just add it to the glass before you have your drink, and then you fill it up with water, and it's just a fruity flavored water. It's very nice, very refreshing, especially with ice.
Well, I feel like that's kind of a brand problem then, because we have Kool-Aid and other stuff that's been around longer.
No, because like they don't have it here in any capacity, and if they do, it's trash. It's like so bad. It's just basically like drinking sugar water with like a little bit of a fruit flavor.
Yeah, that's what we do as Americans. You
Yeah.
wake up, you drink sugar water. You've seen Men in Black, right?
It's just annoying.
It's not going to address that. You've seen Men in Black, right? When they do more, putting the sugar in the water. Giant cockroach dude. More. Oh, my favorite scene in that whole movie.
It used to freak me out big time.
Yeah, it was freaky.
Scene.
Have you seen, there was like this thing that was going around like actors breaking in films, and when Tommy Lee Jones is like shaking the pug, he's like, "Give me answers now," and he's like trying not to smile. You know, I like dog videos like a lot.
Oh man, that movie, I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's a good movie.
That scene though, where he's like, "More," that creeped me out big time.
He's like gulping. It's like close up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a fan.
18, tea bags not being very popular because a lot of tea is actually iced. That's true.
Well, yeah, I've always liked iced tea more, but I'm from Arizona where things catch on fire if you don't put ice in it. So, I mean, I think that goes kind of along with the electric kettle, where it's just not as popular.
You know, someone put next to this. Why are people even questioning obesity in America? Someone's like, I'm game. Why the fuck is your tea liquidized? ... Where exactly do you live that the tea isn't liquid? England, where it is in a bag and you make it yourself. Like, what do you do with already liquid tea? Microwave it? Because in England,
That's
like, iced tea
disarming.
In England, iced tea is not really a big thing.
Yeah, because it's wet all the time there.
That's true. I mean, that's pretty accurate, but at the same time, I would drink hot tea on a hot day.
Yeah, because you're a crazy person.
Yeah, you could be onto something there.
I drink iced tea on a hot day because I like my insides to be the right temperature.
Well, we'll agree to disagree. Because number 19,
You're like,
believe it or
my
not,
insides
let me
burning.
just reset the camera for this last one.
Well, can you try not to knock anything over?
I'll try.
This is the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Went by fast. I still haven't even finished my coffee. It's like, it's keeping me going. I feel like my spinner should be. I hate these so much. Oh, I hate fidget spinners.
Obliterates your coffee mug. I hate these so much.
I hate these so much. They're so powerful.
Okay, number 19. I feel like this is going to be a good one to end on because I actually am okay with this. So it's like a harmony. Number 19, and the biggest mindfuck of all, American lemonade being still rather than fizzy.
Huh. We'll see, but every time we've gone out, you've always gotten lemonade.
I love the lemonade here.
Yeah.
Like, in England, if you ask for lemonade, they'll bring you, like, Sprite or 7-Up. Yeah.
Oh, because it's like technically lemon flavored.
It's lemon.
That's the kind of stuff that pisses me off. It's like when sodas are like, oh, it's grape soda, but they've never tasted the fruit that it's supposed to taste like. Because grape soda never tastes like that.
Well, grape doesn't taste like grape anyway. It's like strawberry. Strawberry flavors never taste like strawberry.
Well, no, they have some like sparkling drinks that like taste like grape. Have you had like the sparkling waters that are like grape flavored?
No, because sparkling water is the devil.
Agree to disagree.
Okay,
we've already
sparkling water with flavor is fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sparkling water plain?
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, I was saying about like having.
Write in the comments if you like sparkling water, plain. If you like plain sparkling water, then unsubscribe because you're the worst.
I feel like that's a reach.
You're the worst.
So like Game of Thrones is like, well, you could still watch if you don't like Game of Thrones, but sparkling water is where you're drawing the line.
Sparkling water is definitely where I'm drawing the line.
All right.
Lemonade, on the other hand, if you like lemonade but hate sparkling water, then I guess we could be friends. But lemonade, I like.
What was that? If you have my opinions, we can be friends. But...
Absolutely. I mean, you know me. Lemonade in England is not good because it's like Sprite, and like I'm okay with Sprite, but lemonade here, if I go to Chick-fil-A, I always get a lemonade. It's the best.
Buffalo Wild Wings are.
You know what though? Actually, Buffalo Wild Wings lemonade is not good.
That's a lie. And
it's like okay. It's from
blasphemy.
It's from a machine, and it's not. Well, like Chick-fil-A lemonade is fresh.
Oh, so you mean it has like the dispenser?
Yeah, it's really good. Whereas okay, B-Dubs lemonade is like okay, I can like deal with it, but
it's the best. I mean,
it's definitely not the best.
It's the best. So
it's not the best.
It's the best.
Okay, well, I thought we were going to end this on a happy note, but we didn't.
Well, I mean, I don't really like lemonade, like, as, to be fair.
All right, well then, your opinion is invalid. Thank you very much for joining us.
That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, we aim to go for 20 minutes. It's been 42.
It's been 42.
42 minutes, so if you stuck around...
Very exciting.
If you stuck around, thank you so much for watching. That was our first attempt ever at a podcast.
I thought it went really well.
It was exciting. It was fun.
It was fun. Things went wrong and things went very right. And I think that's us as people.
Exactly.
You are very calculated. You do a lot of right things. I'm an idiot. And I stumble through life like a giraffe that was just born.
So if you enjoyed it, then give us a like on the video. Subscribe to our channel because we're hoping to do one of these at least once a week.
Yeah. We can do it.
We'll try our best. It's just going to be us for a while. Maybe in the future we'll have some important people come on. We already had some interest from afar. Important to us, not to you. You don't matter. Exactly. So I don't mean that. But yeah, thank you so much. Noah, any last words? Tell Ceci it was me. Tell Ceci it was me. I wanted to know it was me. It's a good one to end on. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Goodbye. Peace out, pigeons. Peace.